How's it going, people? Your boy Rudy Verdon's back. Yes, that's right, I'm back again. I told you I'd be back. Yes, that's right, I'm back again. I told you I'd be back. And I'm delivering on my promise. We're making such a great run with here at Ace Academy. I hope everybody out there's enjoying the ride. Before we begin, I gotta do some stuff before we begin, so just hang tight. I'll start momentarily. We're making such a great run with here at Ace Academy. I hope everybody out there's enjoying the ride. Before we begin, I gotta do some stuff before we begin, so just hang. Huh. Wow, Discord's about to have its sixth birthday this year. Interesting. Alright, I'll start momentarily. Wow, Discord's about to have its sixth birthday this year. Trying to find some more people to join. I'm gonna get to like a self promotion. Got a lot of spoilers. Alright, that should be good for now. Alright, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with episode 6. If you haven't seen by the title, things are going to get disastrous, so to speak. Let us continue. Alright. So we still got a little time before the interview. And since I'm currently on the Kari route, I'm choosing Kari. Excuse me for a second. What did I burp for a second? I should check up on Eagle and see how bad the damage really is. Hopefully it'll still be in fighting form, even without their repairs from the sponsor. When I arrive at the hangar, I see a familiar face. Kari is circling her gear with a critical eye. I guess we had the same idea. Hey, Kari. She nods at me. How's it look? She looks solemn.
It could be better. The damage is mostly cosmetic, but there is some damage here and here, which could impact performance.
Excuse me. She points to the ears on her gear.
This will reduce overall acceleration and top speed. It hurts the aerodynamic nature of Aura.
Pretend I know exactly what you're saying. Aura.
Yeah, Aura. The name of my gear.
Sorry, but let's move my camera for a little bit. I still remember a conversation I had with Sho regarding gears and their gender. You just remember like that, dude? Is it a she? Is Aurora a female?
Well, the gear is an embodiment of a pilot, so yes.
But then again, there are, the only thing that is described as a she in terms of not inanimate objects is Navy ships, like ships in general. I wonder why that is. I'm a little surprised Aura has a gender. I didn't take you as a sentimental person. She was calm, but her voice gets a little bit defensive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I get that gear is shaped like a female for purposes of a sponsorship and to appeal to spectators, but I trail off unsure how to verbalize my question without offending. How do you ask someone about the boobs of their gear? Yeah, don't worry, it happens. Enric, welcome to the channel, though. Yeah, sometimes you gotta wait a sec, you know. By the way, Enric, you don't have to call me Room, just call me Rudy, you know. Yeah, it takes a second to start. It really kind of gets laggy, but you know. I'm glad you joined, buddy. Kari seems to understand, luckily.
This frame is smaller for better agility. And,
She looks at the chest area of Aura, her face flushes.
extra storage space contains emergency energy packs for the thrusters, in case the core temporarily overheats. Their location just happened to be there for the best weight distribution of the gear.
Yeah, and you did not look flustered at all when you said that. Aurora sounds no nonsense and efficient. They really do embody their pilots. I suppose that makes sense. She nods. We both continue reviewing our gear. Well, her gear, excuse me. The sounds only goes more and more awkward. So, how'd you come up with the name? If I didn't know any better, I would have think those named after the anime Ninja Ranger. The one in the pink was also called Aura. She glares at me.
Yeah, so it is named after her.
Yeah, and you did not look flustered at all when you said that. There's no way. I raised an eyebrow in question. You into anime?
What's so hard to believe about me liking anime?
Now that I think about it, I don't really consider what sort of hobbies Kari. I didn't really consider, excuse me, what sort of hobbies Kari has. Although anime would be on my list of probably not or impossible for her. Well, you know what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover. So, how you do? So, what you been up to, Enric? There's no way. I raised an eyebrow in question. You into anime? Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Actually, isn't Aura the Ranger of Honor? She blinks in surprise.
How did you know that?
I might be into anime as well. I love me some anime.
Really? That's a surprise.
Now it's my turn to sound offended. Here it comes. We're gonna turn our words right back around on her, girl, guys. Let's shake that magic 8 ball and see what pops up. All right. It says, "What's so hard to believe about me liking anime?" Kari blushes in embarrassment.
I guess we were both making unfair assumptions.
I might be into anime as well. I love me some anime. Dot dot dots. She looks at her gear before facing me again.
So, which is your favorite ranger?
Her speech is halted, as if she's too embarrassed to even ask the question. I'm not afraid of anime. I'm not ashamed of anime. I love anime. Awesome! Glad you can make it. Well, hey, I'm just glad Spanish is a lot easier than French. Holy crap. I haven't taken a lick of Spanish class in high school, and I can speak more fluently in Spanish than I can in French. By the way, Enric, if you want, go ahead and invite as many people as you want here. I don't care who they are, as long as people can see and enjoy, you know. But a little warning, though. Please be considerate in the chat, you know. Awesome. Glad you can make it. Well, hey, I'm glad Spanish is a lot easier than French. Holy crap. And if you notice, guys, if you're depending on what route you use, you can use, and depending on what your personality is, they will give you a green. One answer that's light of green, meaning that's the right answer, you know. And since I know the answer, I'm gonna choose it. Tome, the Ranger of Knowledge.
The Ranger of Knowledge. He was always integral to solving the mysteries.
Mm-hmm. I stare at Kara in surprise. I don't think I've ever seen her so animated. By the way, Enric, since you missed it, we had a fourth wall break a couple episodes back. She blinks at my astonishment before her face reddens.
Well, I mean, if you're into that.
I let her chuckle. Kari smiles. I'm glad I was able to learn something new about Kari. Sorry about that. I got a text from my coach. I'll do it later. Oh, by the way, Enric, since you missed it, we had a fourth wall break a couple episodes back. She blinks at my astonishment before her face reddens. Her cheeks redden even further.
Don't make it sound like that.
Don't be so soon. She shuffles her feet and avoids my gaze.
But it is a little nice knowing you like anime, too.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know why some people are subtle about their anime. They love anime. it's a great artistic medium for people to not only escape but also and get people to communicate with each other. We spend some more time together at the hangar before she decides to head out for class.
Don't be so soon. She shuffles her feet in a voice.
Yuna is already waiting for me at the library. A tablet with the SBA logo is clutched in her hands. She smiles and breathes a sigh of relief when she sees me.
Oh, good. You're still wearing your uniform. I forgot to tell you yesterday to wear it, and remembered too late to text you.
Oh, I was so preoccupied on what I had to say today that I forgot to think about what I'd wear. No worries. Akuna Matata. I hope my voice sounds more confident than I feel. Yuna notices the waver in my voice. She places a hand on my shoulder. The heat of her hand soothes my nerves and I relax a little bit.
Okay, well, are you ready to go?
Yeah. She starts towards the bus stop when I stop her. I can drive us.
Are you sure?
Yes. Let's go. She follows me into the parking lot and onto my bike. Without a second thought, I hop on, but Yuna hesitates. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't know you had a motorcycle and not a car.
She gingerly slides onto the bike. Once she settles, we speed off. Yuna directs me to where to go, and eventually tells me to the park in front of the impressive building. It's narrow, but shoots straight into the sky, cutting through the clouds. As we walk in, a perky receptionist greets us from behind her desk.
Welcome to WorkTap Corporation. How may I help you?
Yuna steps forward.
I'm Yuna Misaki from Ace Academy's SBA. We have an appointment with Mr. Takeda.
The receptionist smiles and gestures to the empty chairs.
Of course. If you'll please take a seat, he'll be with you shortly.
You didn't miss much. But if you must know what I was saying, I think I was talking about how I'm able to speak fluently in Spanish more than I can French. Even though I took French in high school, I never took it in liquid. Little heads up. This is by the way, I highly recommend the Pixel Fade games. Pixel Fade's kind of under the radar company, sort of indie, you know. But they produce high quality games, especially on the budget they have. As soon as we take our seats, the receptionist types a rapid sequence into a computer, then drags the document from her monitor onto a tablet and disappears in the hall in the back. I glance at Yuna. She meticulously going over her notes. You nervous? She thinks for a minute.
Not as much as I thought I'd be. Are you?
My stomach is in knots. Yuna smiles encouragingly.
Don't worry, you'll do great.
Her confidence helps ease my nerves, and I smile back. I'm glad to have you here with me. The blush creeps into her cheeks, but she seems pleased. The receptionist comes back and gestures us to follow her. Her ponytail bounces behind as she walks briskly down the hall and directs us to a spacious office. A portly older man sits behind an old-fashioned mahogany desk. His jowls wiggle as he offers us a seat, which we both take. The walls are painted white, but one wall is translucent sheen with SBA submission packet projected on it. I wonder if his desk is made it can breathe fire. Mahogany. His chest squeaks in protest as he leans forward to greet us.
Miss Misaki, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Old-fashioned model.
Mahogany.
Desk. His jowls wiggle as he offers us a seat.
Thank you for agreeing to meet with us, Mr. Takeda. I'd like to introduce my associate.
I'm Kane Savano. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Wonder if his desk. Wonder if his desk is
He acknowledges with a nod and music continues.
He is here to represent his team at Ace Academy.
And you are in need of a sponsor.
Yes, sir. He waves his hand towards the wall and shuffles the data over on there.
As you can see, Miss Misaki did a detailed job of describing you and your team in your application. But I'd like to hear from you. Tell me about yourself.
I grew up in a world of gears and knew from an early age that I wanted to be a pilot. While a student at CINY, I began my program in the piloting and earned top marks in all my classes. I recently transferred and tested into the pilots program at Ace Academy, where I am currently pursuing my degree in piloting.
As a transfer student, that's not an easy program to test into.
He sounds impressed.
Tell me, out of all your other options, why did you choose Warp Tech Corporation?
Why? Why do you think they're creepy? You think they're afraid they're gonna give you jelly-filled donuts? These donuts are great. Jelly-filled, in my opinion, nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. And when we all know, those were onigiri. Even I knew from a kid, they're like, that's not jelly-filled donuts. You're the best. It was an easy decision. Warp Tech Corporation sets the standard for gear weaponry. I read about your latest announcement of the advancement in particle technology. Some outputs the same output on the beam weaponry while reducing the core usage by 15%. None of your competitors have made a breakthrough like this yet.
There has also been some controversy over that release.
Yes, sir. Some say using the technology will affect the longevity of a weapon, but there is no proof of that yet. I'd rather prefer to see the evidence than believe baseless rumors. He nods.
It's refreshing to see a young person keeping up to date with the latest releases.
I detect a hint of approval in his voice.
Okay, and why should Warp Tech Corporation choose you? In other words, what sets you apart from the competition?
We're a breath of fresh air. As a new team, we aren't so set in our ways that we stifle creativity. We're not afraid to try new strategies we think will benefit the team, and we're receptive to feedback. That said, we're also acutely aware of our abilities. We work well together because we are upfront with each other, not only about our strengths, but as well as our weaknesses, and we use that knowledge to our advantage. I sneak a peek at Yuna, who is pleased. Mr. Takeda seems to appreciate my answer as well.
Well, I think I've heard enough for now. Miss Misaki, do you have a copy of your team's qualifier transcripts?
Yes, of course.
She flips out her tablet and flicks to down that's projected onto a wall. The interview seems to be going well. I glance at Yuna, who smiles and encourages me. That isn't until Raditz appears. I'm just kidding. That isn't till his voice, his tone changes. There it is. He takes a quick glance at the file and frowns.
Your team is only ranked 21.
Yes, sir. He sighs and turns off the projection.
You seem generally passionate about your team and your studies, and perhaps if the circumstances were different, we would consider your candidacy. Unfortunately, Warp Tech only accepts teams who are ranked within the top 10 from Ace Academy.
You are making a huge mistake, buddy.
That isn't until
As I'm still processing the rejection, Yuna protests on my behalf.
Mr. Takeda, couldn't you make an exception? You said yourself that if rank weren't a factor, his team would be a strong candidate. A representation by you
Glad you
would
enjoying
make a
yourself, Enric.
significant difference in their growth and development, and their success reflects positively on you and your company.
Oh yeah, hey Enric, little heads up. One of my AMVs got over 40,000 views. If you want, check out all my videos, you know.
I'm sorry, Miss Misaki. I do believe with skills like his, he will find a sponsor. Just not with us.
And you're making a big mistake.
Won't you even give him a chance?
Excuse me.
Glad you enjoying yourself, Henry.
Miss Misaki, I'm sure you understand the image that we have built and what would happen to that image if we stopped recruiting from the top 10.
Oh yeah, hey Henry. Little heads up. One of my AMVs got over 40,000 views. If you want, check out all my videos, you know.
And while you're at it, Enric, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell.
I thank you very much for your interest in us and wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
His voice is a hard edge of finality. He gestures towards the door, then returns attention to his desk. All pretense dropped, Yuna storms out the office while I calmly follow behind. Well, that could have gone better.
And while you're at it, Henry, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and ring that bell.
After we leave the building, Yuna whirls to face me.
What? A hypocrite! How can his company promote taking risks when he won't take any himself?
One reason, the green.
What's the hard edge of finality? He gestured towards
If he can't turn a profit, he won't have any. If he doesn't believe he can't turn a profit and stay in the black, he won't take a chance. No big company will. For them, we're just stats on a paper. They don't care about us employees. Well, there are some that do. 9 times out of 10, which they could care less about us.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
It's okay. It was a long shot anyways.
one reason, the green.
But sometimes if you don't take a leap of faith, you won't get anywhere in life.
You won't have any if you
Even though we didn't get the sponsorship, I still appreciate you helping me out.
Don't give up just yet. I will get you a sponsor.
I believe you.
For them, we're just stats on a paper. They don't care about us.
I like your enthusiasm, but I'm not sure that alone will help us find a sponsor.
9 times out
She
of
looks at
10,
me blankly.
which
Without waiting for me to answer, she hops onto the back of my bike. I get on after her and start the engine.
it's okay.
Yuna is quiet the entire ride back to the campus. When we arrive, she gives me a hurried goodbye and rushes off, leaving me wondering what she got planned.
Even though we didn't get the sponsorship, I still appreciate you helping me out.
You are just having too much fun, Eric. It's all about the money, money, money. I better stop before I get copyrighted. You're making it rain over there, aren't you, Enric? Well, sitting here and stewing my thoughts isn't productive. I had some time before I need to go home. Maybe someone will be free. As I'm passing by the squad, I spot a familiar blonde head waving over to me. Valley sits cross-legged on the grass with a sketch pad on her lap. Across from her is a male student holding a basic pose with his hands on his waist. As I approach, he eyes me suspiciously, but is careful not to move. Valley pats the space next to her so they sit down. What you doing?
Practicing my moves.
By the way, Enric, little heads up, you'll find out why Kaori and her are our best waifus in this game. New. The model shifts out of place, but Valley stops him.
Hey, don't move.
He seems uncertain, but resumes his position. Valerie turns her attention to me.
Wanna see
I can clearly see it's not new, so I'm not sure where she's going with this. Sure.
Whoa, wait!
Oh yeah, by the way, Henrik, heads up, you'll find out why Kari and her are our best wifeys in this game. Dude. The amount of shit that I played in Valley Thompson. He seems uncertain but resumes his posture. His position, excuse me. Valerie returns to her
The student breaks from his pose and practically leaps towards Valley's sketchbook. As he looks at the drawing, he sighs in relief.
It's not a nude. Huh.
Why does that look like Minao Namikaze?
Of course not. You're clothed.
Yeah?
I asked you to model because I wanted to draw you exactly as I saw you. If I wanted you nude, we'd most likely be in my bedroom.
The model turns bright red as she speaks.
Is that what you want? Because we could do that.
She shakes her head.
No, I wanted a live model in the quad to capture the sunset.
Then let me get back to my pose.
Valley sighs and pouts.
No, it's too late. We've missed the light.
She's so adorable with that damn pout of hers.
Sorry. Maybe we can do this another time? I can give you a call.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't have a phone.
That's horseshit. Sorry, that was scratching my foot.
Oh,
Yeah, I just moved here and I haven't gotten all of that set up yet.
I can help you out with that if you want.
That's so sweet. But I already have someone who's helping me out.
She smiles at me and puts a hand on my arm. I think I should play along. What about you, Eric? I'm gonna play along. I granted her. That's right. In fact, that's what we were planning on doing this evening. She doesn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I was supposed to find him after we were done here, but someone's a little early.
Couldn't just stay away. I place a hand over hers romantically.
Aww.
Never mind, I'd better get going.
She turns away before we can say anything.
Bye.
Valerie waves at his retreating form. Once he's out of view, she sits back down and discards the half-finished drawing, then flips to a fresh page. You know, you gave me your number. I know you have a phone.
Obviously. Who doesn't have a phone?
Why did you tell that guy you didn't? She ignores me.
Go stand over there and strike a pose.
What?
I need you to model for me.
I must strike a hero pose. I shrug. Okay. I push myself back onto my feet and hold an imaginary sword in my air for victory pose.
Ooh. I definitely count on you to save the day.
You know, you gave me your number. I know you have a phone.
Do it. So you're channeling your inner Palpatine there, Enric? If you're gonna do that, then I'm going to what was the word I just said? Channeling my inner Yoda. Do or do not. There is no try. That was my Yoda impersonation.
So you're channeling your inner
As she falls silent, she begins to sketch me. The quiet adds weight to her gaze, and I begin to feel self-conscious every time she looks at me. I decided to break the silence with the first thing I could think of. So, have you given any more thought to our class assignment?
What about it?
There is no try. How's my Yoda impersonation?
I think I was going. I think. I can't speak today. I think going out and exploring the city would be fun.
Me too. I've never been to Japan before.
Really. For some reason, that surprises me. What made you decide to come to Ace? She hesitates, which also surprised me. She's usually so lightning fast with her retorts.
I've always wanted to come to Asia. And Ace has a great engineering program. It was the perfect opportunity for me to leave France.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, Enric, I can also do the Herbert the Pervert voice if you want me to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to do my Herbert the Pervert voice. Aren't there any other comparable schools in Europe? I know Germany has a strong program too.
Yeah, but what's the point of staying so close to home? Everything back there is the same. I want to study engineering, of course, but I also want to experience life. And that's why I'm excited for this foreign exchange class.
Excuse me. I see.
Oh, by the way, Hendrik, I can also do the Herbert the Pervert voice if you want me to do that. Give me a thumbs up if you want me to do my Herbert the Pervert voice.
Okay, here it goes.
Any other comparable schools in Europe? I know Germany has a strong program.
I see.
Well, what about you? Have you ever been to Japan before?
Yes, I'm half Japanese. You best get your little head back down there and get some popsicles. I got some nice popsicles down in the basement now. Now, if you can swallow Tylenol PM, you win. How's that?
Okay, here it goes.
She looks back at me and stares for a long time, then grins. Now I'm turning into, oh no. I can also do greased up deaf guy. You're never gonna catch me. You're never gonna catch me. Don't let me get the best of you. I used to be a lawyer. See you next week. Gonna be back, America.
Yes, I can tell.
But I've never really seen you to Kazi before.
So, that means we'll be sharing new experiences together.
Yeah, my stepmom told me all I need is the whistle, and I got it perfect, you know? Oh no! Oh yeah! Kool-Aid's here. I'm greased up deaf guy with that one. How's my greased up deaf guy impersonation? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, my stepmom told me all I need is the whistle, and I got it perfect, you know?
A soft smile plays with her lips, but she's quiet again. After a few more minutes, she drops her pencil and offers me her sketch pad.
Okay, what do you think?
Hey, this looks just like me. She laughs.
You don't have to sound so
Greased up
surprised.
deaf guy with that one. How's my greased up deaf guy impersonation?
How'd you finish so quickly?
It's just a rough sketch. Nowhere near done.
Even so, it's pretty detailed. Your shading brings out the sketch to life. You've even used the soft and negative space to draw the viewer's eye to the portrait.
What?
I point to what I'm talking about. See? Here and here. Just initial here, sign there. That should be it for the waiver.
Oh, I see what you mean. I don't think about this stuff when I draw. I just draw what I see.
Inspiration is key. Have you been drawing for a long time? She nods.
I doodled all the time as a kid. I used to draw on the walls at home.
Yes, I can do Quagmire. Give me a big double thumbs up if you want me to do Quagmire. It's, by the way, Quagmire is spelled Quagmire. So you Yeah.
Inspiration is key. Have you been drunk for a long time? She knows. Yes, I can do Quagmire. Give me a big double thumbs up if you want me to do Quagmire.
All right. Go.
By the way, Quagmire is spelled Quagmire.
All right.
Yeah.
Giggity, go. All right.
All right.
I really don't know how to talk like Quagmire, but I could at least do that, you know?
All right.
Hey, you want to hear my Kronk impersonation? I bet your mom. Right, I bet your mom loved that. She looks away, then shrugs.
I've never had lessons or anything, if that's what you mean. I just like to draw.
Well, you got a lot of talent. She smirks.
Maybe one day I'll show you some of my other talents.
What other talents?
You'll see. If you play your cards right.
That does not sound sus at all.
Impersonation? Bet your mom. Right, I bet your mom loved that.
She stretches, then pushes herself to her feet, where she can. Right, the poison to kill Cusco, the poison designed especially to get Cusco's poison. That poison got you covered. Would be terrible because it'll be delicious.
I better be off. It's getting late.
What, you leaving?
Don't sound so sad. You'll see me again.
I didn't mean it like that. She rips the drawing out of her book and hands it to me.
Here, you can keep it.
Thanks.
Don't miss me too much, okay? I'll see you later.
How was my Kronk impersonation? She waves and winks at me. Bye. I'll watch you go holding the sign drawing in my hand. Excuse me. And I'm in a happier mood when I arrive home. Hey guys, I'm
You
home.
can't just decide that without telling me.
What did I walk into? Kaito's voice stops me. I can see him pacing back and forth in the kitchen. The name's Bond. James Bond. Well, I'm a distinguished gentleman. You can't stand the Bond. You couldn't have. You're so far up on my nuts. I call you Bond. Go Bond. Yeah, so I like my drink shaken, not stirred.
So cut it short. This is the opening day of my new restaurant. So cut it short. This is the opening day of my new restaurant. They'll expect me to be there, and they'll expect you there too.
They get closer to the kitchen and hear a woman's voice on the other end of the line.
I really don't care. Part of our arrangement was that we consult each other before making a decision, and you didn't. So how you're supposed to be in two places at once really isn't my problem.
I'm over a flurry of muffled words on the line as Kaito frowning deeper and deeper.
Don't forget, your still married. We promised to do whatever it took to make sure nothing interfered with our careers. Well, if you don't show up, then that will certainly interfere with my career.
Mary, you talking about Aunt Yuki? Now pause. I think I hear her say, "I'll see what I can do," and hang up. Kind of slams the phone on the table and falls to the chair and holds his head in his hands. I gotta understand how you feel, dude. Hey, Uncle Kaito. He glances up and gives me a weak smile.
You're back. How was school today?
Good. I sit beside him. I wasn't trying to eat yet, but I heard you talking to Aunt Yuki just now. He looks a little uneasy, but waits for me to finish. What do you mean by still married? Aunt Yuki's just away on business.
Sort of.
Really? He sighs weary and rubs his temples.
I suppose you're old enough to know the truth. Your aunt and I are separated. We have been for the last 6 months.
6 months! The last 6 months! Excuse me. Forgive my astonishment. So, but you aren't divorced.
No.
How come we didn't know? We are your family.
We had to keep it quiet. Divorce is viewed differently here in Japan. It's not as common as in the States, and Yuki and I don't want our personal issues to interfere with our careers.
I mean, I think they're more inclined to trial separations from in Japan. I'm not sure how that works out, you know. I remember the stories Mom told me about how difficult it was when she and Dad first got married. She couldn't have stayed in Japan even if she wanted to. If you two are separated, does that mean Aunt Yuki isn't here in Izokate?
Yes.
You shouldn't have lied. How long will you plan to keep the charade before telling us? He hesitates. As long as possible?
As long as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a little glitch in the... Let me go back, see what happens.
As long as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, sometimes it's... I don't know what it is, but sometimes it's just a little nitpick, just like there's a slight delay in the audio. But at least, you know, it's nothing too major, you know. Hey, Imnik, you enjoying yourself? We live with you now, and we would have found out sooner rather than later. And you can only be away on business for so long before it gets suspicious.
Well, I would have had her stop by and live here a few days before taking off again.
I raise an eyebrow. Do you really think that'd work? Because a marriage is where you see each other once every few weeks is normal. He sighs.
Yeah, it's inevitable that you would have started asking questions. Yeah, it's inevitable that you would have started asking questions.
And I'm sorry you didn't take kids when you first got here. I feel the pain and guilt. I shouldn't be so hard on him. That's all weird. He meant well. It's okay. We were busy just getting adjusted anyways. What did Aunt Yuki say when you told her we were living with you?
Well, about that.
You did not tell Aunt Yuki that your niece and nephew have come to live with you. You didn't tell her that your niece and nephew had come to live with you. Wow. What a... I can't believe you... Oh man. How much of an asshole are you to do that, you know? I swear, I seen sticking them was nicer than that, you know? Or rather, have more class than that. He kind of trails off and refuses to meet my eyes. She doesn't even know we're here.
You did not tell Aunt Yuki that your niece and nephew have come to live with you. You didn't tell her that your niece and nephew have come to live with you.
Yeah. That's if you haven't followed along, let me catch you up to speed. That's my uncle on my mom's side. That's her brother. That's my main kid's mom's brother. You know.
How much of an asshole are you to do that?
Hey, don't go all Cinderella around me, Enric. Don't take that baka out of here. But yes, that is our uncle, my character's uncle in here.
If you haven't found one, let me catch up to speed. That's my uncle from my mom's side. That's a brother. That's my main kid's mother. Mom's brother. You know? Hey, don't go all soothing around me, Enric. Don't take that baka out of here.
I'm just messing with you, Henrik. I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself. Were you planning to tell her at all?
Of course. I just haven't gotten
Yes,
around
that
to
is
it
our
yet.
uncle. My character's uncle.
I'm not. Kaito doesn't share anymore. I can't help stop myself from asking. Since we're talking about it, what will happen between you two? He sighs.
Yuki was ready to have kids, and I wasn't. We discussed the possibility of having children when we first got married, and I kept pushing it back. I wanted to focus on my career, and for a while, so did she.
I'm just glad you're enjoying yourself.
But you know how women are. At some point, their biological clock starts ticking. She didn't want to wait anymore.
Why couldn't you adopt? But you still weren't ready.
No. After that huge argument, we started to drive each other crazy. I became acutely aware of all those small things Yuki did that I hated. So we fought all the time, and at some point, we agreed that this wasn't working anymore. And that's how it's been for the last 6 months until we can figure out a more permanent solution.
It's kind of funny that even though you weren't ready to have kids, you ended up with them anyways. He grins.
You guys don't count. You practically take care of yourselves. I'm just here to provide the roof.
Why you think you'll adopt? You still weren't ready.
Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. Maybe it's a good thing you didn't have kids. He laughs. So what was this phone call tonight about? He turns on him again.
Part of our agreement for our separation was that we will both do whatever it takes to keep up the pretense of marriage when it involves our careers.
Why not?
She's going on some sort of retreat with her girlfriend. Normally we consult with each other before booking any trips to prevent something like this from happening. But this time she didn't. I really need her there.
Did you say she was going on a treat with her girlfriend?
Yes? Why?
Her girlfriend.
Yes?
Uncle Kaito, I discovered the reason why your marriage didn't work. Yuki likes women. He said to me for a second, then burst out. See, the reason why I like this answer is because sometimes this tension is too much. You gotta have something to break the tension, and sometimes laughter is the key to making people feel better. He didn't just burst in laughter.
No, her friend who is a girl, not her girlfriend.
Oh,
She is very much into men.
okay.
I mean, very into men.
I believe you.
Trust me, she's definitely a fan of...
Okay, I get it. I've seen enough off-brand Schmentai. Wentai. I don't care. I know what you're going to say. Please just stop for everything that's good and is holy. Please stop. Uncle Kaito glances at the clock and stands.
I didn't realize how late it's gotten. I have an early start tomorrow.
Don't you always have another start? You get up before I do.
True, but I have an even earlier start than usual.
I believe you.
Eck.
Okay, I get it. I've seen enough off-brand Schmentai. Wentai. I don't care. I know
Wincest.
what you're going to say. Please just stop for everything that's good and is holy. Please stop.
We say goodnight and Kaito heads upstairs. I go into the living room and turn on the TV. After watching my shows and then the news, I turn in for the night. Tune in for the night. Beach episodes galore. I wake up and yawn. Another day, another class. As if on autopilot, I get dressed and go through my morning routine, then hop on my bike and drive to school. When I arrive, I head straight for the class and wait for the professor. He arrives promptly and begins class.
Good morning. Today we'll be discussing the differences between military grenade weaponry and those used in recreational matches.
Want to learn. This shit should be interesting, and I should focus on the professor's lecture.
The fundamental difference between the two is that military grenade weaponry are configured for energy output, which can cause lethal damage. Recreational weaponry is closely regulated so it can't actually destroy the gear frame. Since the shields on a gear get the brunt of the damage, we consider a depowered gear in recreational matches as destroyed.
What if someone brought in an unregulated weapon for a match?
Before every match, the equipment of each gear is checked and double-checked to ensure the energy output is within proper parameters.
What about the qualifier matches? There was a gear that did some energy output override thing.
As one, the class looks at me.
During that specific qualifier match, the gear's energy core is what surged with additional power, not his weapons. Although, I must admit, I've never seen a core do that before. Hopefully this young man can enlighten us on how he did it.
No one finds out my secret. But I really have no idea. To be honest, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Interesting. Perhaps once you've figured it out, you'd be inclined to share with us what happened. Until
Yeah,
then, let's get back to the lesson plan. I'm sure you all don't want to waste your time on something that won't be on the exam anyway.
The class had a weak chuckle. Most refocus their attention on the professor, but a few students continue to look at me with interest. He returns to his lecture. Once class ends, I hurry out of the room. And my phone already in my hand. My phone's already in my hand by the time I get outside. Let's see if anyone's free. I'm gonna do Valerie. You'll see why I do this called Dial D for Disaster shortly. I decided to relax in the Palace Lounge. As I grab a drink at the bar, I sit at the tables to watch the game, but a familiar face at a nearby table distracts me. Is that who I think it is? I make my way over and sit across from a petite girl with long blonde hair. Valerie. Her face lights up when she sees me.
What are the chances of us running into each other here?
I was about to ask you the same thing. Yeah, that's what happens when you have a budget, Enric.
It must be fate.
How did you get into the Palace Lounge? Only pilots have access. Did fate let you in? She laughs and points at the bar.
No, that guy did.
The man she points to, the tall pilot with dark hair. How old is Valerie again? She's only a first year, so she's definitely not old enough to legally drink. What does this guy think he's doing?
That's what happens when you have a budget, Enric.
I watch as he pays the bartender and carries 2 beers back to our table. As soon as he places one of the beers in front of Valerie, he frowns at me.
Who are you?
Someone who knows better?
What does that mean?
He has no idea. Never mind. Have a seat. Cautiously, he sits down and passes Valerie a drink. Before she can take a sip, I turn to her. So, how you liking it here at Ace Academy so far?
It's great, of course. There's so much to learn and see.
You're not feeling homesick?
No,
That's good. Your first year from home away is always the hardest. The pilot stands up, nearly knocking over his chair.
First year.
Valerie smiles.
is that a problem?
Why did you tell me you could drink?
I can. Back in France.
I'm not trying to get into trouble. Just forget about this.
Valerie shrugs as he walks away.
At least I got my drink.
Yoink! Nope! Nope. I intercept the beverage just before she can drink it.
Hey, that's mine.
No. Weren't you paying attention? You're underage. You can't drink. She crosses her arms and pouts.
That's not fair. I've been drinking since I was 18.
Just wait another year, year and a half. You'll be fine. The legal drinking age is 20. I get that you're frustrated, but the school is very strict about its policies. If you're caught drinking, if you're caught breaking the law, the consequences will be bad.
How bad can it be?
Like expelled bad. They're very careful, especially here in the Palace Lounge, where there is a grade that can't drink. Valley looks softened, and then a mischievous grin returns.
I understand what you're saying, but I think you scared away my date not for my protection, but because you wanted the all to yourself.
Don't flatter yourself. But I'm pretty serious. The feeling seems mutual.
What gives you that idea?
You haven't left yet. I think someone enjoys my company very much.
Oh, yeah? You're imagining things.
She pretends to be disinterested, but she's still here smiling at me.
Well, you confiscated my drink and scared away my date. Guess there isn't anything left to keep me here.
She stands up to leave, but I stop her. I was planning to watch the match. Would you want to watch the match with me? She sits back down and pats her and puts her elbows on the table, resting her face in her hands.
That depends. Will you get me a drink?
Uh,
A soda, please. What kind of girl do you think I am?
I match her smile and stand. Sure. We spend some time together until I leave for class. In the campus gym, finishing up my workout. When I return to my locker, Mr. Kit texts from Kari. Mercy me in the hangar now. Jeez, all caps. Where's the fire? I better get going. No, I've yet to watch it, okay? I arrived at the hangar about the same time as Sho and Mayu. Kari waited patiently in front of me in her gear.
Finally! That took you a while.
I literally came here as soon as I got your text.
I texted before heading over here, so we'd...
Ah, crap.
I texted before heading over here, so we'd be on time.
I guess you walk faster than me. Dang it!
Well, at least you know what you could improve on.
Don't all jump off at once now. I think I see a smirk. Is that Kari's version of a joke? Kari dresses the rest of the team, excuse me.
What about you guys?
Sorry. We were having lunch, and I guess we lost track of time.
She blinks and Kari blinks, but then waves her hand dismissively.
Never mind. We have more important things to discuss. Like our sponsor situation.
Never mind. Okay. Everyone became serious.
Our gears need a lot of maintenance to return to peak fighting condition. And the next round is tomorrow. I don't know why, but everyone I talk to is really rude and unhelpful.
Sho and I stare and share a knowing glance, and Kari catches it.
What?
Nothing.
She continues to stare.
It's just sometimes you can come across a little harsh.
Hey, Enric, you seen any other good animes lately? Or any good recommendations?
I'm just honest.
Yeah, but there's malicious. There's two types of honesty. There's brute honest and there's malicious honesty. You fall more into the malicious kind. Slightly. Just slightly, though.
Sure, but honesty doesn't make people like you. You need to get in touch with your soft, warm, feminine side.
Kari raised an eyebrow.
Is that what you do?
Yes.
You walked. Hello? Hello? Sho? Your brain called. It wants your mouth called. Your brain called. It wants its speech back.
I mean to the warm thing, not the soft and feminine thing.
I stared at him blankly.
I'm just going to shut up now.
You know, you walked. Hello? Hello? Joe? Your brain called. It wants your mouth called. Your brain called. It wants its speech back.
Okay. I've been meaning to find some new underrated anime. Kimono Jaijin. Okay, I'll check it out. Sounds interesting.
Before you do, did you manage to get a sponsor?
He folds his hands behind his head and leans onto them.
Nope.
You forgot to ask around, didn't you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
He looks sheepish. Kari rolls her eyes.
What about you, Mayu? Can your father sponsor us?
Maya shakes her head.
Unfortunately, he's backing the team I was originally supposed to join. When I was invited onto the team, Father was so happy, he promised he'd sponsor them. Even though I never joined them, he can't go back on his promise.
You're right. Kari nods and faces me.
You had that interview yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah. I went to the warp interview with Warp Tech. Didn't work out.
Why am I not surprised?
It had less to do with me and more to do with our team's status. I can show you the full report from the SBA if you want to know the official reason, but basically we weren't high enough rank. I fished my phone in my pocket and flashes low battery warnings at me before it dies completely.
Where's the report?
Hold on, I have to charge my phone. My gaze lands on my gear. I race to it and head to my cockpit. My teammate calls out to me, but I ignore him. Once I plug my phone into the dock connection, it lights up a charging symbol. Everyone's wearing confused faces. I climb out the cockpit. What?
Why didn't you just use an outlet?
Maya points an outlet on the wall. Who cares about it? Because I can.
That's stupid.
It's my choice and I'm standing by it. Besides, an outlet doesn't do me any good if I don't have a phone charger with me.
Anyway, I guess.
Oh, I suppose that makes sense.
Anyway, I guess we're back to square one.
Back? We never left square one.
Don't give up hope just yet. I might have something.
Another meeting?
No, but my friend in the SBA is still helping us search.
Okay. In the meantime, the rest of us should continue our search too. I'll take another look at what ACE offers. Maybe there's some kind of campus grant or funding we can apply for. Mayu, do you think you could reach out to some of the other major corporations we haven't talked to yet? Maybe with your background, you'll have more luck than we would.
Maya nods.
Maybe Sho can ask around local businesses?
Okay.
Good idea.
Kari looks at me. I'll follow up with my contact. She nods.
Hopefully, we'll find someone. But there's a chance we might have to fight with our gears as is.
I'm confident we'll get someone in time. Maya smiles at me and nods. She'll clap me on the back.
Okay, we have our plan. Text me if you guys get any leads.
We all nod.
I'm off then. I've got some stuff to take care of.
I hope you mean reaching out to the businesses, Sho, and not playing your video games.
Of course that's what I meant. The arcade industry is a lucrative place to find a sponsor.
I mean, he's not wrong. Maya sighs.
Sho,
He wears a signature smile.
Okay. Let's go find us a sponsor.
Maya beams. The pair leave. Way before heading out.
I'll be going too. Tell me if your friend is successful.
I nod and Kari leaves. Nothing left me to do but go home. you messed up, dude. And now he's been for drive later. I arrive home. I'm back. I walk into the illy quiet room. It looks like I'm the first one here, but it feels strange. Nikki's bright smile. She's usually here to greet me. Maybe she's at Astro's club or something. I reach for my pocket as she texted me, and my heart sinks as my hand grabs there. And there's a void where my phone should be. Crap! I left it in my gear. The sun is setting, and it'll be evening by the time I reach the campus. Hopefully, I won't be too much trouble getting Eagle after hours. I remember CINY was pretty restrictive on who can enter the hangar at night. I hop back on my bike and drive back to Ace Academy. Surprisingly, traffic is heavy and takes longer than expected to reach campus. A handful of students cross the quad as they head towards either their evening classes or the bus station, even though the sky is in inky darkness. The pathway on the campus are still bathed with a soft light, and it's kind of peaceful. The Palace Lounge is just as busy as always, but I don't feel recognized too many students here. Most of them must be upperclassmen, either third or fourth years. Yeah, college. See, when it comes to high school in Japan, they're only 3 years. College is 4 years, as always. I slipped through unnoticed and arrived at the hangar entrance. I'm about to swap, and the guard stops me.
Hold on. What's your business in the hangar?
I forgot something. Not a lie, but between best to tell the whole truth. Luckily, the guard doesn't seem to care and gives me a quick glance, once over and nods.
Alright, go ahead and swipe.
Thanks. Bringing my student ID to the proximate sensor. A second later, the success chime sounds as the door slides open. I follow the tunnel into the hangar. The sounds of power tools, machinery, and metallic ringing echoes through the walls. It makes sense that most of the students' repair work happens after hours. It's a lot safer for them work without the threat of students walking around causing potential to disasters. Instinctually, I feel my feet lead me to Eagle. What the? A blue shoe from an active terminal display illuminates my docking station. That doesn't seem right. I'm sure I turned everything off when I left. Cautiously, I tiptoed towards my gear. There's a figure crouched in front of Eagle. The person is dressed entirely in black and wearing a hoodie that hides his or her face. Still engrossed in my gear, the stranger hasn't entered my presence yet. Stay quiet and sneak from behind. Stay in the shadows. I continue to creep towards Eagle. As I close the distance between us, I notice a small and petite the person is. It must be a girl. But I can't think of anyone who'd be interested in my gear. Once I'm only a few steps away, she tenses as if noticing her presence. Grab. Before she can react, I grab her shoulders, roughly spin around and to face me. Valerie, what are you doing? Here, she grins. Her gaze flicks to my head, still on her shoulder.
I never would have guessed you like that.
I can be possessive too. That's how I get when someone's messing with my baby. That came out more of a warning than a joke.
Sounds like you're overly attached.
She flashes me a playful smirk, but I don't smile back. What are you doing messing around with Eagle?
Nothing, I promise.
You were also doing something with the terminal. That's not nothing. Quote unquote. She holds up her hands in the face in defense.
I wanted to get a better reading of your core. I'm not altering anything, though. Just studying.
Why?
To figure out how your core was able to sustain such a high energy output for so long without completely burning out. Given the size of your core and the cooling system, the heat dissipation doesn't seem like it would have sustained longer than a few seconds, yet it lasted almost 10 minutes. Maybe there's a direct coolant injection to the primary source? I also didn't consider the acceleration of airflow given the hidden frame openings. Perhaps a quick calculation.
The more she talks, the faster my anger melts away and is replaced by respect. She's more than meets the eye. She's a transformer! Cyborg, get her out of here! Even though she claims she means Eagle no harm, I can tell she's telling the truth. I only met her a few days ago. Still, it seems like she genuinely cares about how my core works. Yeah, that's not a manhood joke.
Here, I'll prove I wasn't changing anything.
That's fine, dude. I watched as Valerie traces a few screens from all the configurations.
She's a transformer. Cyborg, get her out of here.
No, I didn't watch the DuckTale reboots. Okay. Hold up. I watched as Valerie traces a few screens with all the configurations data unmodified. Okay. Okay.
Huh?
I get it. You were curious, but you can't just break into other people's robots and mess with their parts. She looks away.
I'm sorry.
Can't be mad.
So, I guess you wouldn't want... I'm sorry.
She looks away.
I'm sorry.
We're silent that she looks sideways at me.
So, I guess you wouldn't want to know that your primary weapon can actually benefit from an airflow exhaust here and here.
What? She points inside my open gear.
You see right there?
Yeah, it's a thing.
It'll still require validation testing, though. You should probably get your engineer to check it out.
My engineer.
Yeah, you know. The person who makes sure all your gears are working properly and helps you with any upgrades or improvements.
Don't the sponsors do that? Valerie shakes her head.
They help a lot when it comes to major repairs or new items. But an engineer on your team takes care of any general maintenance and the like.
Oh. Okay, I'll tell my engineer that. Thanks for that. I'll be sure to let her know.
Her?
Yeah. My engineer, like you said, she should look at it.
Oh, right. You do that.
I will. She fix it too because she's great at what she does. Valerie doesn't bite and tries hard to hold back a laugh.
I'm sure she is.
At least she has a mobile phone. She blinks at surprise and laughs. There's another pause. To avoid the awkwardness, I shut down the open terminal. So, we should get going then?
Yeah,
Now let's move. Don't touch my gear again without my permission.
I promise I won't.
I wait for her to leave, but she doesn't budge. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.
1, 2, 3, bye! We aren't leaving.
Neither are you.
Okay, on the count of 3, we all leave together. She nods. 1, 2, 3. What is this, fantastic, Mr. Fox? You didn't move.
Neither did...
What the hell are you kids still doing here?
Security catches us off guard as we sound to understand what nonsense. He shakes his head.
Business here is done, and you have to leave.
I glances at me. I glance at her, still waiting for her to move. She doesn't. Then a song grabs my arm. Hey. The guard grabs Valerie too. He physically leads us towards the exit.
Get home. It's late.
Again, he left his freaking phone. Dude, not good. It's gonna end. Literally, this whole episode has been one disaster after the other. This weekend, right? We had to do our project.
Yeah, it's a date.
Not a date. She winks at me and then turns around and leaves. I call out to her. Not a date. My protest fall on deaf ears. Oh well, just she's joking anyways, maybe. I head to the parking lot. I reach my bike and drive home. Nigga still on my time. What could she be? I reach my pocket, my phone is grasped by empty air again. Not again. I turn my alarm right about this is entirely ready for class. This sucks. I feel uneasy as I head downstairs. Today is our first batch. I really hope you know we'll be able to work her magic to get us a sponsor. Nikki is rummaging in the living room. My eyes are smiling. Even when I'm stressed or worried, Nikki always seems to know how to put my mind at ease. Hey Nikki, just the person I want to see.
Look, if you're hungry, you have to find your own food. I don't have time to cook today.
She doesn't pause looking when she speaks, but she continues to gather what she needs these days. Not expected to welcome us. Anything, you okay?
Yes, just in a hurry.
Do you need a ride to school?
Oh, now you offer me a ride? A little too late for that.
She throws her book into her bag. She didn't seem okay.
Yes, why wouldn't I be?
I don't know, did something happen? Alright,
I need to get to school. I'll see you later.
whatever. That was weird. Sure, I can head to the kitchen and whip a quick breakfast. Hopefully she's in bed by the time I see her. Or like some sort of glue. After eating, I hop on my bike and drive to school. Yun's already in class when I arrive. She waves as I walk in and I sit beside her. Hey, Yuna. She wears a wide grin and fidgets with excitement. You seem to be like you're in a good mood.
I am.
She pauses.
Aren't you?
I guess so.
I thought you'd be a little more excited than that.
How come? She seems confused.
Well, I guess I just assumed that this had been hard for you, and I thought I'd help to bring you some relief.
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
You know, I found you a sponsor.
Oh, that's amazing. How'd you manage that?
I called in a favor, but that doesn't matter. I've already set up your account with them, and repairs are underway. They started as soon as the paperwork was signed, so your gears will be as good as new in time for the match today.
I don't know how to thank you. She blushes.
You don't have to. I promised I'd find you one, and I always keep my promises.
I don't know what I'd do without you. You're a lifesaver. Yuna's blush deepens and she seems pleased with my words. You should come meet the team before the match. We can share the good news together.
Sure, as long as I won't intrude on anything.
You won't. She nods. So, I know we won't get our scores back this class, but how do you think we did on the project?
You know what? I think we'll get a great mark.
She turns sheepish and looks away.
I'm actually a little surprised.
How come?
Well, since we weren't able to find time to meet over the weekend, I wasn't sure how much time we'd be able to put into it.
I was surprised when you sent me your entire section on Sunday.
I was surprised when you finished your half first. We completed the project before the weekend even ended.
She smiles warmly at me.
I'm really glad that I was able to have you as my partner.
Now I'm feeling shy. I really enjoyed working with you, too. I'm glad I didn't disappoint. She smiles. What? What's up, Enric? My God. What's going on, Enric? As the conversation winds to a close, the professor comes in and starts the class. The professor wraps up the lesson and students begin to follow the classroom. I gather up my belongings and head out for class. I want to text my team, but when I reach my pocket, I find empty air! Dude, you left your phone in your gear. Which is still going to Paris. You know what? Just at me. How much longer do you think repairs are done?
Probably most of the afternoon. That's how long it usually takes, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Is something wrong?
I didn't want to tell my phone is out. That might bring up some odd questions about what it's doing in there. I recall the team's reaction from yesterday, and I'm confident my decision to avoid the topic. I'm eager to check up on my gear. She nods understandingly with a small smile on her lips.
When should I come meet the team?
How about once the repairs are done, we can meet from the hangar. I'll let you in. What? So, what do you know? What are you getting annoyed with? Just out of curiosity, what has you so peeved?
Great, I'll see you then.
She slings her bag over her shoulders and heads off. I really should text my team about the repairs now rather than later. It should be fine to go collect my phone. I make way to the hangar, but Eagle isn't as usual, Doc. They must have moved so they can complete the repairs without any chance of accidentally harming the surrounding gear. I circle around the hangar until I come upon a closed area in a far corner, well away from the party gears. As I approach, I can hear whir of machinery muffled through the heavy doors, which are ajar. I peek inside Eagle, see the Emerald, and surrounded by a group of mechanics. Push the doors before I can enter. One of the mechanics jogs over me.
Sorry. Only personnel may enter here.
My gear is here.
Then it's undergoing repairs right now.
I know, but I need to get something for my gear.
You can get it when repairs are complete.
Actually, I need it now.
Why? What is it?
Embarrassing. It's my phone. I left it in my cockpit.
What?
My phone.
What is your phone doing in your gear?
I was charging it.
Your gear is not a charging station.
I know! He sighs.
All right. Which gear is yours?
I point to Eagle.
Wait here.
He closes the door. After a few minutes, he returns with my phone in his hand. Thanks.
Is there anything else?
No, sir. No, thanks again. He nods and shuts the door. As I walk towards the exit, I unlock my phone and greet it by 13 messages!
No.
They're all from Nikki. Now that I think about it, I don't remember if I saw her last night. Opening them up, I read them in succession. Hey, my favorite big bro. How'd you like to feel about picking me up from Megumi's tonight? Did you get my last Tekken class on stuff? And I'd really like to hang out with Megumi. She can give me a ride over, but you can give me a ride home? Question mark. I said no. If you don't want to give me home, then you should just say so. Fine, I'll take the bus. Are you mad at me? What'd I do? Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Please don't be mad anymore. Dude, why you no? Just tell me. Whoa, okay, literally, I make all your meals and you can't even do this little favor for me. Stop being such a jerk. I'm on the bus now thanks to someone. Guess whose team now has a sponsor, and their gear's already going on to get repaired. That last text from me this morning for class. Well, that explains a lot. This explains a lot. And one nigga was so moody this morning. I'm sure wants to tell her it was all a misunderstanding. She'll be fine. See my team in text. Gears are undergoing repairs. Meet in the hangar in 2 hours. That sucks. Yeah, sometimes the grading can get lost in transition. Now that's taken care of. Still a lot of time to kill. I wonder what should I do. I'm gonna call up Show. Maybe Show's down to hang for a bit. I call him, but the phone rings for a while before it connects. Hey, Show. Hello, you've reached 1-800-GET-SWOLE. How may I help you today? How much order for an order of Swole? I'll take 5 orders to Swole, please. Thanks for your patronage. That'll be 400 pounds deadlift, 10 reps of 50-pound curls, and a gallon of strawberry-flavored whey. You guys have really raised the price since my last order. Sorry, customer bro. The economy isn't just what it used to be. I hear you, but as a loyal customer, I deserve a discount. ... I hear moving on the line.
Hey, sorry about that. One of the guys picked up my phone while I was in the bathroom.
It's okay. Do you have any class right now?
Nope.
Let's do something.
Sure. You still on campus?
Yep. Why?
You should come over and meet the brothers.
Sure, I'll leave that with you. Show opens the door and I'm assaulted by a stench of cheap Sapporo.
Welcome to Mikasa.
Your casa smells like beer and sweat.
That, my friend, is the scent of men.
No, that's just stink. Men who need a shower. Show sniffs himself.
Still fresh.
I follow Show to the house and suddenly a ball comes flying in my face.
Watch out!
Catch. I mom shoot out and catch ball midair.
Dude, that was sick!
A couple of Show's doormates smile to me. Good reflexes, man.
Wait, Show, isn't this guy the pilot on your team?
Yep, that's right.
Bro.
We watched the qualifiers. You were awesome.
That's good. It's only gonna get better from here. I'm not gonna sell anything for less than first rankings. That's the right attitude, man.
When you're number 1, give us a shout out, bro.
Count on it. We continue down the hall towards Shows. I'm hoping his bros is back at their game in their football. When I turn, there's at least an empty beer bottle. The trash cans are spilling over the trash, and the take-out box left in random areas. Quite the place you got here.
You like it? It feels really genuine, doesn't it?
Maybe a little too genuine.
I guess it can be kind of overwhelming. I really do like it here, though.
Show opens the door to his room, and I'm relieved to clean it. There are a few clothes and books scattered about the room, but nothing on the floor. His room decorates with posters of scantily clad action movies, heroines, and video game warriors. There's a huge TV facing his bed, and he has a multitude of gaming platforms set up around it. Yes, imagination. I take a seat on the bed while Shell sits on his desk. At his desk. So, why do you like it so much?
I'm surrounded by my brothers. What's not to like?
Do you have any real bros?
Yeah, just one. He's older.
How much of it? Did he go to H2?
No, he's way older.
Do you miss him? He just shrugs.
I suppose I do, but not so much in a brotherly way. He was more of a father to me than my father was. He's currently working overseas, though.
Does he visit often?
Not really. We usually only see him once a year.
I guess living so far away can make visiting difficult. Sure, Nas doesn't seem to be too bothered by it.
Anyway, enough about my family. Since you're here, how about a few matches?
Sure tosses me a controller. You're on. I kick Shell's ass at video games until we leave for class. I stop to grab a coffee at the campus cafe and sip it slowly on the hot liquid. The prayers should be done by now. Time to meet everybody. I finish the drink and make my way to the hangar. As promised, Eunice waiting for me in front of the hangar doors. After a quick reading, I swipe over the entrance. A different guy from last night sits in front of the doors. He barely glances at us, and I lead Eunice into the hangar and towards my gear. Once it comes into view, I freeze the magnificent beauty that is a restored eagle nearly brings a tear to my eye. I circle, but I can't detect even a scratch on his armor. If they didn't know any better, I would have never guessed his gear just gone through battle.
Wow, they really did a good job, didn't they?
Yes, he did.
It doesn't even look like the same robot.
Realizing that what she said, she quickly backtracks.
Not that your gear didn't look good before. I just meant from the battle. It looks better than it did yesterday.
I cut her off with a laugh. It's okay, I get it, I agree. She nods, a little relieved. Kaori is the first to arrive. She darts straight to her gear and does a complete inspection. Shell and Mayu trickle in after her, then split up and do their own inspection after their robots. You and I patiently wait for them to get together around us.
The repairs. You got us a sponsor?
Yep, I didn't. Yuna did. At the mention of her name, Yuna waves to everyone. Yuna, this is Kaori, Shell, and Mayu. Every person nods what their name is called. Everyone, this is Yuna, my contact from the SBA. She's the one who somehow managed to snag us as a sponsor in the nick of time.
Who is it?
I had no idea. Luckily, Yuna helped me out before I made too much of a fool of myself.
It's Dashu.
Well, Shell and Mayu glance around at each other in surprise, and Kaori takes a longer look at Yuna.
You're the Misaki girl, right?
Yuna fidgets slightly, clearly uncomfortable under Kaori's gaze.
Yes.
Then Dashu must be.
Yes.
Kaori just nods. Mayu's voice is soft but kind.
Thank you so much for what you've done. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we understand how difficult this must have been for you.
Even Shell is unusually solemn.
It's really no problem at all. I was just doing my job.
Oh. I didn't know you guys knew you.
We don't.
Yuna laughs nervously.
Anyway, it was really nice meeting you all, but I need to get going.
She doesn't look at anyone in the eye and seems to be impatient to leave. You should stay.
Thanks, but I've got some errands to run, and I'm sure you'll want to test out your gears before the match. I'll be there to cheer you guys on, though.
With a hastily goodbye, she rushed out of view. But that was a little strange. I hope we didn't offend her.
That's one thing taken care of.
Kaori looks straight at me.
I hope you know how to activate that override mode thing. We'll plan our strategy around you using it.
What? No forklift for turning it on? I can't just do that on demand, you know. It takes care and attention.
I never knew you were so needy.
That was That's a low blow show. Try to keep the gloves up. Low blow, man. We both agree on Kari looks annoyed.
Can you idiots try and focus for 10 seconds?
Look, I really don't know how to initiate it.
Maybe we can just do what you did last time.
Maya shakes her head.
Last time it activated when his energy level got low. I don't think it's a good idea to risk that, especially against a non-AI team.
Maya's
Kari
right.
sighs.
What about your weapons?
Yeah, about that, a voice interrupts me.
Hi, are you the owner of this gear?
He points to Eagle. Whoa, how long has this guy been standing there? Yes.
Your weapon's cleared custom. Please sign here.
He holds a tablet with an X indicating what I should sign. I glance at my team, but they're all dumbfounded as I am. Okay. I just sign the tablet. I give him the device back to him. Talk about a convenient coincidence.
What? We've been emailing you for the last 4 days asking you to claim your weaponry. I'm only here because obviously you don't know what to do and I want to close this work ticket.
I fall silent, show, and let that snicker and Kari face palms. Sorry, my bad. After ensuring the signature on Talos process, he nods and leaves. Well, I have weapons now.
Finally. Go configure your gear and join us in the simulation when you're ready. We'll get started with a warm-up.
I nod. I'll see you guys in a bit. I head to Eagle and make my way back to the cockpit.
Gear initialization sequence completed. Loading gear layout screen.
And now I'm going to do the gear options and configure to my preference. As a little bit of time, everything seems where it should be. Eagle, save configuration and set as default.
Completed. You have a pending virtual simulation request.
So please start up.
In progress.
I wait as Eagle connects me into the routine's virtual simulation match.
Ah, there's Mr. Broseph.
Yep. I direct Eagle to grab his weapon and test him out.
It looks like your equipment registered just fine.
Yep, I'm ready for battle.
Good. Let's see what you can do solo, so we can baseline your abilities.
I'll give it my best. Sounds good to me.
Let's match you up with the level 48 AI program.
Level 48?
That seems a bit...
Why? All of us can beat that on our own.
Yeah, but not on our first try. You lost numerous...
Level 48 is then changed to 50.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let's get it on with it already.
I don't know if it's such a good idea.
Whatever. I'm loading it since he thinks he can handle it.
My teammates get advantage as they enter spectator mode. Features of enemy gear prompts my radar. Alright, Eagle, say what we got.
Combat mode activated.
I began equipping my rifle and blasting it with energy rounds. Most rounds connect, bouncing off the edge of the shield. Something must be wrong with my aim. It's not that bad of a shot. Wait, I can't use this. I will switch my sword and grenade just as lethal with my blade anyways. Raising my sword, I take a striking stance. My blade isn't powering up. I barely have time to register what's happening when we see a sword charging at me. I blocked the attack in time, but end up with a lot of damage. It will eat up a lot of damage. These higher AI are no joke. Yeah, it charges me again and force back. For the rest of the match, I'm stuck in the defensive position as all my weapons do very little damage. I'm no longer for energy is drained and I get depowered. What the crap was that? My aim was true, but Eagle wasn't spotting properly.
Yeah, man. Level 50 is a bit too intense.
Eagle's equipment wasn't responding properly.
That's your excuse?
No, I'm serious.
His attacks and aim didn't seem natural. I think it is something else.
Run a scan on Eagle.
On it now. My teammates patiently as I run some diagnostic tools. I think I got it. It looks like the equipment wasn't calibrated after custom to the in-depth examination. That's why the aim and attacks were off.
Is it something you can fix?
Not exactly. There are some hardware tweaks that need to be done, but I think this may require an engineer.
I suppose that makes sense. Gears also need the occasional tire rotation and oil change to make sure they function well.
That's great. But in case you didn't notice, we don't have an engineer.
I think I might know someone. I'll meet you guys later in the hangar. the lights flash green on my teammate's comm screen, and then disconnect for the simulator. Hey, it doesn't matter, dude. You look for that. You're screwed either which way from Sunday, so that's why. I have to jump in my cockpit. I've united my teammates and dial Valerie's number.
Hello.
Hey, I can practically hear the smile in her voice.
I knew you'd call.
How?
Just a hunch.
Well, it was something you saw in my gear last night.
Call it an engineer's intuition. So, I'm guessing something's not working right, and you're in need of an engineer.
Yeah, actually.
Maybe you should ask your engineer to look.
She's busy.
Oh, busy not existing.
Ouch!
Luckily, I can help.
Thanks, Valerie. Come meet by
Okay,
Eagle.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
We don't have long to wait for Valerie arrives. I leave her over, and she stands right beside me. Thanks for coming.
Of course. I wouldn't leave you hanging when you need me.
She smiles broadly. Show coughs. Right, so this is the team. I point to each of them in turn. This is Mayu, Sho, and Kari. Both Mayu and Sho wave at Kari. Well, Kari nods. Everyone, this is?
I'm Valerie. I watched your match during qualifiers and was impressed by all of you. It's great to finally meet you.
Believe me, it's great to meet you too.
Mayu glances at Sho while Valerie smirks.
So, you're an engineer?
That's right.
Kari points at Eagle.
Are you able to calibrate his weaponry?
Yeah, my equipment just passed through customs and the calibrations are off.
Leave it to me.
She saunters over Eagle's terminal and turns it on. And Kari follows closes behind her and watches her work. Occasionally she'll ask a question, which Valerie is happy to answer. Sho might hang back and watch her space work.
I don't know where you found such a hot engineer, but thank you for bringing her
You're
here.
a dumbass, Sho. I've seen hotter. Yeah, I guess she's alright.
Are you blind?
Yes. Mayu pouts in size. You alright, Mayu?
Yeah, I'm fine.
But she joins the girls right after answering. And she'll exchange a glance. What's up with her?
I don't know.
Was it something we said? More or less something
That's
you
how
said,
it's
Sho.
again.
Instinctively, both back away further from the girls.
I think we dodged a bullet there.
No, you dodged the bullet. Probably. Valerie's not only calibrated my weapon, she also tweaked the and the rest of the team's gear to improve everyone's performances.
Well, that about does it.
I didn't know that changing one small setting will increase my power by 10%.
Yep. Trust me, you'll notice the difference in your match today.
Kara seems impressed.
Your gears are all ready to go, so I'm gonna head out. I've still got some things to get done if I want to catch your match. Let me know how your equipment feel when you test them out again. If I need to do some more tweaking, I will.
Sure, thanks again for doing this.
It was my pleasure. Good luck with the match. I'll be cheering
This
for you.
has been one disaster after another. Bitch. I know my next title. She waves goodbye and leaves.
I can't wait to test out those changes she made. She said she increased my speed. Those guys will eat my dust out there.
I watched her improve the coolant in my weaponry. She does seem very knowledgeable about gears.
Okay, now that everyone's gears have been improved and weapons recalibrated, let's try out those changes in the simulator.
I'm probably gonna end it in a little bit there, here, Enric.
Alright, we don't have too much time, so we'll do a team match.
Darn, I was looking for a scrapping that level 50 AI.
What's the plan this time?
No plan. Being able to improvise during a match is important. Keep communications open so we can change tactics accordingly.
Okay.
I'll load in a pre-made AI team now.
The simulation boots up in enemy gears.
Let's go!
We spread out for each phase our own targets. Looks like I'm the only one who wants to see what new calibrations can do. I face my opponent, go for my rifle. Enemy try to take aim. Shoot. Before my enemy gets close, I shoot one test shot and it hits the chest. AI push back from the force of a blast. Yes, we're back in business. Just be sure I run through my other weaponry. Yeah, things seems to be in working order. As I set under my longsword, I see a looming shadow of attack. I quickly block the attack and parry with a strike of my own. I feign an attack to the right, and when the AI moves to block, I change the sides and strike above him instead. The AI doesn't move fast enough and absorbs the blow. Before we can cover, I slice it from the elbow, and he goes dark. Soon the match is over. Looks like things are working perfectly on my end.
Same here. The tweak Valerie made might look small on paper, but the extra speed feels a lot better.
My rifle cooldown period also dropped about half a second.
Good. Between the gear repairs and collaboration upgrades, we should have a strong performance today.
So suddenly a notification pops on my screen. Hello, Ace 20E4911 pilot. Your battle is scheduled to begin soon. Please exit your gear so we can undergo pre-match preparations. Hey guys, you get the message too?
Oh, that reminds me. We completely forgot to pick a team name. Ace 204911 doesn't go well on a t-shirt.
We can choose a name later. Mayu and I will meet you guys in the pre-combat room.
Okay.
Sounds good. We quickly hop out of our gears and separate to our corresponding changing rooms. Once we've changed our pilot suits, we meet for the holo table and pre-combat room.
Do we know who we're matched against?
No.
They don't tell you at Ace who you play? Maya shakes her head.
No, they do. I think it's just been a busy week for us, so we didn't check.
Yeah. Getting a sponsor was our top priority. I didn't have the time to research our opponent.
Guess we're all finding out now then.
It really does look like Neon Genesis. We'll find out next time on another exciting episode of Ace Academy. Thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed yourself, Enric. I'm sorry it took so long than I wanted to, but it's a perfect time to end this episode. Tune in tomorrow for another great live stream of Ace Academy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And share with your friends so they can watch too. Also, follow me on Twitter at CreatedBy1. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rudy Burton, and you stay salty out there.